ça, je trouve que c'est faisable. Il y a des softwares qui existent. Mais je sais pas où est-ce qu'on va s'en aller, là, mais je me suis fait dire que ça existe. Il y a 2 ans, ça n'existait pas. Là. Ouais, ça n'existait pas.
Hey, my name is Melanie. I'm Gilles Villeneuve's daughter, and I'm here in the Toronto Autoshow, and we're here showcasing our new collection. So this is a collection that we launched last May, showcasing my dad, and we're doing this because we want to talk about him, and we want to communicate his story to the new fans, young and old alike, and to make sure that we're part of your story and part of your everyday life.
What do you remember the most about him?
You know, when you're born into something, it's your everyday life, right? So for you, it's not nothing different. It's nothing weird, bizarre, or crazy, or great. It just is. So we grew up on the track, and we grew up with the engine noises and the smells and the gas and the oil, and so it just became normal. So even now, I don't necessarily follow F1 all the time, but I'm kind of part of the story anyway.
Absolutely.
So that's what I take from what we had growing up.
Yeah. And yourself, did you get into motorsports and some driving yourself?
I would have liked to, but I'm 2 years younger than my brother. And so with my brother, he was a late comer. He didn't actually start go-karting or anything like that when he was 8 or 9, like some people do today. Yeah. He started a little later, like 14, 15. At the time I was 13, and I wanted to do the same. But we're talking about the 80s now, right?
Yeah.
So my uncle's like, no, you know, girls, they don't do that. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, it's a different world.
It's
and
totally different.
Yeah, exactly. And so my brother took all this space, and that's okay. You know, I decided, well, that's fine. I'll leave him do, and I'll find something else. But I would have liked, I think, going back now, if I had the chance, maybe I would have pushed for it. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And so, how are you involved in the foundation today? Like, what is new and exciting? What's upcoming? And what other initiatives are in the go?
Well, you know, the thing about it is that my mission is to make sure that my dad survives time. So he's become a legend just by the sheer force of his story, which I think is incredible, coming out of nothing and getting to F1 and Ferrari nonetheless.
Yes.
And so what I want is to be able to tell the story and to tell it right. And so what we're doing is launching some media projects. So there's a film coming up.
Yes.
The film is coming up in November. So it's going to be about his early life and about how he started motorsports, and he started with snowmobiles. So he started with, you know, what's really special for us here in Canada, obviously, is snow and the ice. And so that gave him the talent, and that gave him the sheer ability to drive a certain way when it was wet, in wet conditions. So, and that became part of his legend, right? So we want to talk about his early life, how he came to motorsport, and how difficult it was for him to finance himself, because it wasn't always an easy path, and how he finished with Ferrari in 1977, how he signed with them. So it's his entire young life.
Yep.
And it's accessible, so we don't have to shoot Formula One races. And I think it tells about his young self, which is perhaps part of his story that is less told. So we're looking forward to releasing that film later on this year.
And is there a release date?
We're not sure yet. It's sometime October or November. So it's about now we're in post-production, so we're filming all the driving scenes. So it's about special effects, and so now it's all about studio work, and we're hoping it's going to be October, November. It depends on other release dates of competing films. So the producer is checking when would be best.
And was this filmed mostly in Montreal, or how involved were you with the production and the storytelling? And
well, the script was written by a couple of guys who really read up on Gilles. So the base of the story is really well done. It's a biopic, so it is as true as it can be in a feature film. So you have 90 minutes to tell a story of many years. So you have to pick and choose some storyline to make sure that you keep the viewer involved in the story. But we like the story. It is really Gilles' story, and involved. We were involved because we read the script. We're involved because production team. At least I'm part of the production team.
Oh, amazing.
So we've been helping a lot, and it's been filmed pretty much in around Montreal. So it's 100% Canadian. So we're super happy about that.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yes. And do you have like a favorite, like, I'm sure there's like plenty of memories growing up and having Gilles as your dad, but do you have like, was there this one race or one win or one season like that kind of really shined for you and really made a huge impression and difference, I guess, to how you felt about your dad when he was still when he was racing for Ferrari, etc.? Was there
I think what stays most with me is when we moved to Europe. So I would say I was the youngest then, 78, 79, and I remember because we were really part of the story. So my dad would he had a couple of his friends move from Montreal to with us to France.
Okay, so it's like a whole
exactly.
Okay.
Like a couple of his friends, actually his friend and his wife, and so they became our caretakers.
Okay.
And they would drive the motorhome from track to track, and so we would live the story with him.
Oh, wow.
And then by the time we ran into 1980, well, we were at school most often, and so my dad was gone most of the time, so we weren't with him as
and this
much.
Is still in Europe.
Still in Europe, actually, where we ended up living anyway. After, but I think so. The earliest years is maybe when it stays most with me, because I remember being in, for example, we were in, was it Monza or Monza 1978 when Ronnie Peterson actually had his big accident. We were there. I kind of remember that. So there are instances where we were there, and I remember.
Right.
But it was 78, 79.
Right.
The best years.
Right. No, for
sure, the best years. Yeah, exactly.
Right?
No, he didn't win the championship. His teammate, but he almost won the championship.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
the controversial.
Yeah.
The controversial one.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to share with us?
No, I'm just super happy for you guys to be interested. I'm super happy when people stop me and say, "Hey, my God, wow, you're doing great. This is congratulations. It's a great product." But the product is there so I can tell his story, right?
Yeah.
So I'm happy. I mean, you guys have been great, but the public has been great, and so I think that we're just on a roadshow. Continue the roadshow.
When I saw you in Montreal, I was like, "Oh my gosh, please tell me that you're going to be in."
In Toronto. Yeah, absolutely. So, and the thing is that I want to be seen every time. That next year we're going to be there, and the year after we're going to be there.
Amazing.
I want to capture mind share. I want people to talk about Gilles more, because we remember him usually on the May 8th when he died, or we remember him during the exactly on his birthday, or for the Montreal GP. But after that, we kind of don't talk about him as much, and I want him to. I want us to talk about him more, just like with Ayrton Senna.
Yeah.
So I think he belongs up there with the legends, and I think that I need to talk about it.